Telecommunication Regulator of Cambodia, Phnom Penh, August 22, 2025. Announcement on prohibiting all import, supply, and distribution of illegal Starlink Internet service devices and components. The Telecommunication Regulator of Cambodia (TRC) would like to inform the public and all companies engaged in importing, supplying, and distributing telecommunications equipment in the Kingdom of Cambodia that recently the TRC has identified that the store One Clicks has been promoting the sale and distribution of Starlink Internet service devices and components from SpaceX on its social media channels. The store has misleadingly claimed that it has been authorized to import and distribute these devices and components in the Kingdom of Cambodia. Furthermore, the store owner has stated that customers wishing to purchase the above-mentioned devices and components must place their orders within 7 days and pay a deposit of 80% of the price of each device and component in advance. They must also install the devices and components themselves without any guarantee of operability. The TRC hereby clarifies to the public that Starlink Internet service devices and components have not received a type approval TA certificate, and SpaceX has not yet been granted a license to operate and provide Internet services in the Kingdom of Cambodia. Therefore, the import, distribution, and use of SpaceX devices and components as described above constitute illegal acts that severely affect the business operations of licensed companies, the interests of consumers, the quality of telecommunication services, national security, and public order. Consequently, the TRC, as the competent authority responsible for regulating in the telecommunications sector, has taken immediate and stringent enforcement measures against the above-mentioned store owner. To promote fair competition and protect consumers, the TRC would like to inform the public and all companies engaged in importing, supplying, and distributing telecommunications equipment shall immediately cease. Point 1. The purchase, installation, and use of any Internet service devices and components without a clear source of origin or subscribing to Internet services from companies that are not licensed by TRC. The public might verify and download the updated list of licensed operators currently providing telecommunication services from the TRC's official website www.trc.gov.kh and the official Facebook page Telecommunication Regulator of Cambodia to avoid being deceived or falling into any malicious schemes. Point 2. The import, supply, and distribution of telecommunications equipment without a qualified agent certificate from the TRC. Point 3. The import, supply, and distribution of telecommunications equipment without a TA certificate and an import permit for goods subjected to restrictions under subdegree number 370 rnk.gov.kh dated 28 December 2023 on the implementation of the list of prohibited and restricted goods from the TRC. And point 4. The import, supply, and distribution of any telecommunications equipment that are not intended for specific geographical markets designated by vendors. The TRC would like to reiterate some key applicable provisions of the law on telecommunications as follows. Imprisonments from 6 days to 1 month and monetary fines from 1 million to 5 million riel for the business operations of importing, supplying, and distributing telecommunications equipment without a permit and certificate from the TRC, Article 89. Monetary fine for legal entity from 10 million to 50 million riel and any additional penalties as stipulated in Article 168 of the Criminal Code, Article 90. Confiscation of illegal telecommunication equipment and other penalties. Please note that if the TRC becomes aware of activities in violations of the law as outlined above, the TRC will take stringent enforcement measures in accordance with the applicable laws and regulations. The TRC appealed to the public and companies to cooperate and report any illegal activity described above to the TRC via hotline 6789 during business hour or sending an email to info@trc.gov.kh. In light of the above notice, the TRC urges the public and all companies that are import, supply, and distribute communications equipment to be aware of these applicable laws and regulations and cooperate accordingly.